Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition to our inventory, and is it a neat vehicle? I'll tell you what, it is not a station wagon, a Station Sedan Woody. Boy, 1948, Packard. Give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition, and is it a unique automobile? Needless to say, a 1948 standard Packard 8. It's called a wagon sedan, not a station wagon, a station sedan. What's a station sedan? Well, that's just one of those interesting little things that you're going to want to watch this entire video so you get a little more information. Now you can also watch everything because we're going to do a walk around, we're going to do a cold start, give you all the details to this really unique automobile to say the least. Now you can also click on the link in the description, it'll take you right to our website and also all the information and pricing and everything on this vehicle, and have access to our over 100 additional vehicles we currently have in stock. Everything from the 1920s up into the 2000s and beyond. We have something for everyone's taste and budget, if you will, at Ellingson Motorcars. And remember our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. Note, 1948 was one of those years for Packard, turned out to be one of their better years. They had actually survived going through World War II and all doing the war effort and whatever, and the American public out there was looking for anything new and exciting. And well, Packard in 1948 kind of got the jump on the big three with getting some newer designs, more future looking cars, more whatever. They kind of made some real changes that people, the general public, really liked. And Packard, having been at the end of World War or before World War II, was the #1 luxury vehicle, it still was in that spot in 1948. So 1948, they came up with an idea, let's make something that's really unique. It's not a station wagon, it's a station sedan, because they used the body lines of a regular sedan body, and then they turned it in with the back doors or whatever. So it's not a full-size station wagon, but a very unique vehicle to say the least. Plus, look at the beautiful woodwork on this car. This birch woodwork is absolutely beautiful. This was in the days when you actually had to have real craftsmen to build your car. Now, Packard in 1948 had their 288 inline 8 engine, which was hooked up to a 3-speed manual transmission with overdrive. It was a very good motor. Packard was still known for quality and uniqueness and whatever. I mean, look at that look at that hood ornament. I talk about something really stand outish in a crowd. It certainly is. Plus, like I said, incorporating the grills being built into the bumpers and all this kind of new look, looking forward to where the cars ultimately all became just right down the road. And the big three eventually did catch up to Packard and whatnot. But they made these models for about 3 years, 1948 to 1950, made right around 3,900 of these particular cars. From a standpoint of a collectability or whatever, really rare, few and far between, but it wasn't really a great one for Packard, but it got people coming to the showroom floors to look at the new stuff, look at the new designs and things of that sort. Beautiful wide white walls on these cars. I'll tell you what, that really sets these cars off, especially with the wire wheels as well, with the Packard hubcap, with their design in the middle saying Packard right on it, whatnot. It's just, you really wanted to let people know what you were driving. It was still a very prestigious car as far as that goes. It's got Cavalier Maroon paint on the car, beautiful paint all the way around. And then you get to all the other interesting things of the interior and whatnot. But I guess I'm just always captivated by the real wood that they actually put on these cars. I mean, you had to have guys that knew how to do metal work, and you had to have a craftsman in the woodworking business as well. Take a look at the inside in this car. Beautiful interior. I mean, it's very practical. It's got the rubber mats rather than carpet, but you have a vinyl and cloth bench seat, front and back. The back seat does turn down, so you can get some bigger items in, but it's not like what you and I think of as a station wagon, where you could actually maybe get a full sheet of plywood in. Little narrow doors in the back, not quite as accessible for hauling stuff, but in this day and age, maybe your suitcases or a couple sets of golf clubs might be what you'd want to do today. Other neat options, of course, every car that you had back in these days, you had to sign up for every option. I mean, someone wanted to have dual outside spotlights, kind of a neat novelty to say the least. And of course, they still have the vent windows, which I personally really like, vent windows for air circulation going through the car. But you look at the inside, very original stuff, wood grain dash work, stuff on the arms and whatnot. Beautiful headliner all the way around. And yeah, no, they were a very, very special automobile. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even TikTok now. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate that very much. And you'll have access to all the information on this car, our current inventory, and you can go back and see some of the inventory we've had over the last several years as well. So if you got time to check out those sites, kind of one of those neat things. I've always said, whatever kind of car you buy, I don't care if it's a Ford, it's a Chevy, it's a Packard, the Hudson, Studebaker, whatever, it's always a good idea to join that local club. Be, the local club, the national club. There's always somebody out there who can, answer any of the questions that you may have about this particular car. Not that it needs anything, but it's just always nice to have camaraderie with people that have similar interests and find other, answer any questions you may come up with in the short term. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, boy, Scott, I really love the videos. It shows all the details, it's correct under the hood. Everything looks right, just the way it came from the factory. But I want to look at it in person. Well, by all means, we're more than happy to have you come and visit us in person, take a look at it and touch it, feel it, whatever. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. Now, you can also, you say, well, I live in California. How would I get this car? Well, we can help you get shipping arranged. We help get people getting shipping all over the United States, and for that matter, all over the world. It's another thing you'll say, well, I would like to finance it. It's a great collector item, but my bank doesn't want to do anything. Well, we have several venues and sources that we can also lead you to that will help you get that accomplished as well. No, I guess it's, it kind of predates the SUVs, the minivans or whatever. Station sedans, not wagons, station sedans, very practical for, what it was at its time for hauling stuff, whatever. Man, I can remember as a kid, we always had wagons because it was great for kids to ride around in and you could play in the back and whatever. Weren't really as concerned with safety things like seat belts and things like that. But, it was just one of those novelty vehicles. And like I said, Packard had people coming to the showroom floors to look at the new stuff. And, they were considered one of the fashion statement cars of the year in 1948. And this car is no exception to that distinction. So if it's something you're looking at and you're looking for your first or your 100th collector vehicle, Ellingson Motorcars maybe has that sitting right on your sales floor. This could be in your garage next week if you were so interested. So give us a call at 763-428-7337 if you have any additional questions on this car or any of our other vehicles, or you have anything else that you would like to have us help you with. Kind of a one-stop shop, if you will. No, I'm kind of unique. I just like something that's a little different than what the average guy has. And I'll tell you what, you just don't see very many of these. And I just love the wood. I think that is just really, really special. So thank you again for watching our videos. We appreciate it very much. And we'll see you next time at ellingsonmotorcars.com.